I'm going to be ranking the best cards in NBA 2K23 My Team. We have a tier list here ranking from S that goes all the way down to D tier, and in S tier is going to be my top 5 cards in the game. As you guys can see on the tier list, we're going to have about 30 of the best cards in the game. Obviously, I can't get every single card on this tier list, so if you guys don't see someone that you want to know where I think they're ranked, just comment their name down below in the comment section, and I'll let you know what ranking I do give them. But yeah, first card here on the tier list is going to be Diamond AK, and guys, this list is stacked with cards. So I think I'm gonna throw him in B tier, but he's probably gonna be really high B tier, and maybe we'll move him into A tier later in the video. But these are literally just gonna be the best cards in the game. So AK-47, he's a power forward, small forward, 6'9" tall with a 7-foot wingspan. We all know AK just gonna give you amazing defense, 90 block, 90 steal, has the 86 perimeter and the 80 interior, and then he does have 3 really good Hall of Fame defensive badges, including Challenger, Clamps, and Menace. So yeah, AK-47, he does his job on the court, very good defender, just lacks a little bit of offense in my opinion. Next card here on the tier list is going to be Pink Diamond Derrick Rose, and I think I'm going to have him high A tier for now. I'm not sure if Derrick Rose is still a top 5 card in the game. So like I said, I'm going to put him really high A tier, but he might be in my top 5, so I may move him up later in the video. Next card here on the tier list is going to be Diamond Banchero. I think he's kind of on the same level as a guy like AK. Both very good diamond options. Just at this time of the year, they got a little bit outdated. Not outdated necessarily, you can't run them, just maybe not are the best cards at their position anymore. Looking at Blake Griffin here, I still think Blake is a top 5 card in the game. I wouldn't say biased because I'm not like a massive Blake Griffin fan in real life, but for me, this card, like this is, I don't think many people have him in the top 5 cards in the game, but for me, Blake Griffin just plays super well. He's 6'10" tall with a 6'11" wingspan. You can run him at that power forward or the center position. I actually prefer to run him at center. I like having, you know, an athletic big man that can, an athletic center that can dunk, that can, you know, grab rebounds, and is just super fast compared to guys like Sabonis is and those slower centers. So yeah, Blake Griffin obviously going to be really good at going to the basket. He's going to play better defense than the stats and badges do show, and overall just going to be an amazing power forward / center. Chris Bosh I think is an amazing card. I like Blake Griffin a little bit more though, especially because I feel like he's better at power forward. So I think Chris Bosh, he's going to go in that A tier category. Diamond Carmelo, another super elite card. He's got probably the fastest release in the game right now. Like that release is just so hard to contest. He's 6'8" tall, 7-foot wingspan, has a 93 ball, 92 mid-range, 89 speed, 89 acceleration, and they gave Carmelo Anthony at this time of the year, they gave him a 94 ball handle with Hall of Fame killer combos and ankle breaker. Like Carmelo can actually move with the ball and he can be your like ball handler. Like usually Carmelo at the start of the year is just like a spot up shooter, but for some reason they made him a really good ball handler, having some really good playmaking badges. So yeah, Carmelo Anthony definitely going to be in my A tier category. Jason Tatum definitely going to be in S tier. I mean, we all know Tatum, one of the better cards in the game and maybe one of the best small forwards in the game, especially because of this jump shot. Another card that has a very good jump shot. If you guys haven't used him, this jump shot is super money, one of the easiest releases to green in the game. And then overall, I mean, just stats wise are super well balanced. I mean, 93 ball, 90 mid-range, 88 speed. He's a good all-around defender, 90 driving dunk, 86 ball handle, 84 speed with ball. He's also got 4 good Hall of Fame badges, or at least shooting wise. He's got Hall of Fame catch and shoot, guard up, mini magician, and that volume shooter badge. So Jason Tatum, I think definitely going to be in my S tier category. Now Pink Diamond Curry, just from my play style, is going to be in B tier, and probably the highest card in B tier because obviously he's still one of the best point guards in the game. I'm not saying Curry's a bad card, just from my play style, it's more of like rim running and getting to the basket, where because at this time of the year, that's what's super overpowered. A guy like D Rose, really good at getting to the basket and dunking, where I feel like a guy like Curry, you know, is more for 3 hunting players and more for people that want to shoot threes, which I like shooting threes. I use Curry a lot and he's really fun to use. I'm just kind of better with a guy like Derrick Rose or better with a guy like Donovan Mitchell, who we're going to talk about right now. And I think D-Mitch is probably a top 5 card in the game. I mean, if you guys haven't used him, I think he's the best point guard in the game. I think he's just a little bit better than a guy like D Rose. He's going to be a shooting guard point guard, 6'1" tall with a 6'10" wingspan. I mean, this D-Mitch card can pretty much do it all on the court. He's got an amazing jump shot, and just like Derrick Rose, really good at going to the basket, and I think he's going to play better defense overall than a guy like D Rose. Pink Diamond Will Chamberlain, if you don't have this card in comp or when you're playing against other very good players and they have Wilt Chamberlain, he is going to get, or your centers are going to get absolutely destroyed. Like Wilt Chamberlain, he might be a top 5 card in the game, but I'm just going to have him really high A tier for now. Diamond Dyson Daniels, I use this card and wasn't really the biggest fan of him. You guys can let me know, what did you guys think about Dyson if you guys have used him, or what do you guys think about him in general? He's a really good card, and obviously guys, anybody on this tier list is just an insanely good card and I definitely recommend using. But for me, I think Dyson is going to be a little bit lower than a guy like Derrick Rose at that point guard position. Pink Diamond Russ, I didn't mean to put him in S tier, but Pink Diamond Russ, this card is growing on me, man. I kind of wish I went for him. Like, Russ is an absolute beast. He's on the same level as a guy like D Rose and definitely better than Curry and Dyson Daniels in my opinion. Diamond Iguodala, I think he's still got to be an A tier, man. I mean, if you guys have not used this Iguodala card or you guys didn't get him, I feel bad, man, because Iguodala is an absolute beast. 6'6", 6'11" wingspan, a lockdown defender, really good at going to the basket, can knock down threes consistently, has a good jump shot, has that Michael Jordan dribble style, which is the best in the game, or at least one of the best in the game right now. So yeah, Iguodala, I mean, there's really no flaws. He can even handle the ball. He can create his own shot. He's, like I said, one of the best perimeter defenders in the game. So yeah, Iguodala, definitely going to be in my A tier category. Vince Carter, I think is just going to be a little bit lower than a guy like Iggy in my opinion. Like, I like Iguodala better than a guy like Vince. So Vince is going to be super high B tier. Obviously an insanely good card. And then Michael Jordan Pink Diamond, he's like a little bit better than Vince in my opinion. So I think MJ is going to be probably in the lowest A tier, or at least, you know, somewhere in the middle of A tier. We all know Jordan, very good defender, really good at slashing to the basket. Diamond J Rich, another very good card. It's just like, I feel like nobody on this list is going to actually be in C tier. I mean, maybe the worst card on the tier list so far is probably Banchero. Maybe J Rich. Like, I just don't see anybody that's going to be in that C tier or D tier category. But John Morant, going to be an A tier, kind of on the same level as guys like D Rose and Russ, all really good at going to the basket with pretty decent jump shots. Scottie Pippen, definitely going to be in that S tier category. I think Pippen probably is still the best card in the game. It's between him, I mean, any of these 4 guys you can make the argument for, but I mean, I think Pippen is just a little bit better, or maybe even a lot better. Like, this card is insane. 6'8" tall, 7-foot wingspan, just like Iguodala, one of the better probably the best perimeter defender in the game. 95 driving dunk. He can create his own shot. He's got one of the best jumpers in the game. Super fast and very easy to green. If Pippen didn't have a good jump shot, he would probably still be in like A tier or like, you know, one of the better small forwards. But the fact that he's got arguably the best small forward jump shot over a guy like Jason Tatum means he's definitely going to be in that S tier category and probably the best card in the game in my opinion. Jalen Green, I think I'm going to move J Rich and Jalen Green down to C tier. Not because they're bad cards, they're still super elite. They're just not on the same level as guys like Vince Carter, who I think I'm going to have in B tier as my shooting guards. I kind of like ranking it off the positions as well. Obviously, it's not based off positions. I'm not putting them lower just because Vince is in B tier, but I think they're not as good as cards like Curry, Dyson Daniels, and AK-47, but are still very elite cards in my opinion. Sabonis, I think he's going to go in A tier. Obviously, a very good center. Jalen Brown, another A tier card, great defender. I would say kind of on the same level as a guy like Iguodala. Him, Jordan, Iggy, kind of all on the same level. I think you can make the argument that Jalen Brown can maybe be an S tier. Diamond Sean Kemp. Guys, this card is actually insane. Like, if we look at him on 2KDB, like, if you guys didn't grind for Sean Kemp, which I didn't either, so I kind of messed up, not gonna lie. Not grinding for Sean Kemp was a massive mistake, because this dude, he might be the best power forward in the game. 6'10" tall with a 7-foot wingspan. I mean, these stats don't really show why he's super elite. He's just so good at going to the basket. He plays way better defense than these stats and badges do show, and he's got a money jump shot, super easy to green. I've been using this card, and he is an absolute monster. So yeah, Sean Kemp definitely going to go in that A tier category. I think Zach Levine at this time of the year is going to be in C tier. He's kind of on the same level as J Rich and the same level as guys like, you know, Jalen Green. I think I'm also going to move Banchero down to C tier. Once again, still a super elite card. I'm just trying to kind of balance it, and you guys got to remember, this is the best cards tier list, so even someone being in C tier means they're still super elite. Chris Middleton, I think he's going to go in C tier. I don't think he's much better or even better than a guy like Jalen Green or a guy like J Rich. I'm going to have to put Middleton in that C tier category. James Worthy, another A tier card. I mean, he's probably one of the better trophy case cards to go after. Like, he's just super elite, man. Like, James Worthy does it all on the court. 6'9" tall, 7-foot wingspan, can play power forward and small forward. Very all-rounded, a very well-rounded card, and he's got a really good jump shot. It's very similar to Sean Kemp's, and I think they're basically like the same card in my opinion. I think James Worthy might play better defense, but offensively they're going to be pretty much the same, so they're definitely both going to be in A tier. Pink Diamond Big Z, I think is going to be in B tier for me, but like very close to Sabonis. Like, these cards are basically the same, but I think Sabonis is just going to be a little bit better. And I'm not the biggest fan of having someone on the court with only 44 speed. So if you guys are going to get upset that I have them in different tiers, then I'd probably just move Sabonis down to B tier. And that's what I'm going to do, because I'm not the biggest fan of having a super slow center at my 5. Obviously, still super elite cards, really good stretch bigs that are 7'3" tall and can stop the mash and can mash on offense. But for me, I like having faster centers. Next card in the tier list here is going to be Dame. This may surprise a lot of people, but I think he's going to go in C tier. He's definitely still a really elite card, just maybe not as good as guys like Curry, good as guys like, you know, Ja, Russ, and D Rose. Pink Diamond Dominique Wilkins, another very elite card, just can't put him higher than C tier. And then to end off the tier list is going to be Pink Diamond Zion. So now, guys, we have to move one guy up into S tier. And I think there's a couple people I'm deciding between. Number 1, James Worthy is an option. I think Worthy, Wilt, D Rose, and then probably like Sean Kemp is kind of who I'm thinking to put into the S tier category, and even a guy like Zion. So if you guys have made it this far into the video, let me know, out of Wilt, Rose, Sean Kemp, Zion, and James Worthy, or maybe anybody in A tier, who would you guys put as the last guy in S tier? And also let me know what you guys think about the tier list. But I think, and this may surprise some people, I think I'm gonna go Wilt Chamberlain. This dude Wilt is an absolute dog. I think I'm gonna have to put him in S tier. I think he might be the best center, probably is the best center in the game, just for that rebounding, the height, and the wingspan. So yeah, guys, like I said, let me know in the comment section down below. Hopefully, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What do you guys think about my tier list? And let me know what you guys would change. But hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.